Hey all, this is Software Focus, and today we're going back to basics with Snagit. You don't want to miss this. Today's episode will be focused on the arrow tool found in the Snagit editor used during editing your captures. Here in the Snagit editor I have a blank image up. I have the arrow tool selected, and this is indicated by the light blue color, whereas all the others are gray. It is also indicated by the fact that the right side properties pane shows arrows and has the tool properties available. In the Quick Styles pane, there are a number of default pre-made arrows that can be chosen from to be used. You simply click on the one you want. It's going to turn into this blue color to indicate that it's selected. You then move back over to the workspace, then click and hold your left mouse button and drag to begin drawing the arrow. Now, if you don't like any of these pre-made arrows, you can generate your own by clicking on any one of them to start, and then adjust the appropriate properties down below. So instead of this teal color, I'm going to choose yellow. I'm going to move the shadow to be more centralized from the back. And rather than arrows on both ends, I'm going to turn it into a diamond on one end and a rounded end on the other with this style line here. I'm going to increase the width slightly. I'm going to leave the opacity alone so it can be fully seen. And then once it's set how I like it, I move back over to the workspace and click and drag to create my arrow. Now, if I have an arrow or a line that I've created that I want to change, I simply move my mouse cursor onto the arrow, click on it to then select it. Then if I make any changes here in the properties pane, it will directly affect the already drawn arrow. If I make an arrow that I like and I want to keep for future use, you'll notice that the new arrow that you're designing appears near the bottom of the quick style list with this plus sign in the lower right corner. Clicking this plus sign will make it permanent so that you can toggle to it easily for future use. One other cool thing is the Bezier curve, or however it's pronounced, I'm not 100% sure. But when you have your arrow selected, like I do here on the workspace, I click this little toggle to turn it on, and I now have two extra dots, manipulation dots, on my arrow. So if I click and drag one of these and pull it, the arrow starts to warp. Same with the other side. Using these, I can curve it in almost any way. And of course I can also move the ends of the arrow in the same fashion. So in review, you can make a custom arrow by adjusting the appropriate tool settings here. The color, the shadow, the design of the end of the arrow, the beginning of the arrow, and the line. The width, how clear or how visible it is with the opacity. The beginning and end size of an arrow, and make it so it can be curved by turning on the Bezier curve option. This has been Software Focus. If you like this video, hit that like button, or click subscribe to join the channel for future videos. If you have any feedback or ideas for future videos, please leave a comment down below. Keep focusing!